Hi there, welcome to the Lad Mix Farm channel. It's Arthur here. Today we've traveled all the way to Chenjojo district to try and get more information, particularly with an emphasis on macadamia farming. I'm in Chenjojo Town Council. The village is called Ngezi at Royal Plant Nurseries. And I'm here with one of the staff at Royal Plant Nurseries who's going to take us through this process. And I'm going to request him to introduce himself.
Hello farmers outside there, I'm called Kiza Moses. I work with Royal Plants and Nurseries, which produces for you grafted macadamia seedlings, hassle avocado seedlings, coffee wilt disease resistant varieties. We produce tissue culture bananas and other stuff. But for me, I'm specifically in macadamia. I'm a specialist in macadamia growing.
Thank you so much, Kiza.
Yes.
I see you have a lot of nurseries around here.
Yes, sir.
How long does your seedling take in the nursery bed before it can be given out to farmers?
Our macadamia seedlings take 2.5 years where they are still in nursery before we distribute them to farmers ready for planting.
Why does it take you all this whole period?
Now, within this period, there is that 1 month of seeding, whereby we plant our macadamia nuts in sandbeds, then they germinate, they come out, then after 2 months, we transplant them to the potting bags or potting materials. Then we put them under the shade or shadiness of 50% for hardening. They stay there for 4 more months. We put them outside where there is no shadiness, that's at 100% sunshine. They stay there for 6 months. Then from there we sort them, the vigorous ones or the ones which are ready for grafting. We consider the height and the size, whereby we take the pencil size rootstocks, then the height 40 centimeters. We take them to the greenhouse for grafting. Now within the greenhouse they take 3 months, 1 month under the tunnels or humidity chambers. When they're fully covered, the 2nd month we open, 3rd month open fully, then the 4th month hardening still under that 90% shading net or the greenhouse. We transport them to the hardening area whereby they stay for all that time to reach 2.5 years.
That's quite some time.
Yes.
Meaning by the time you give out your seedlings to farmers, they are really well matured.
They are well hardened, yes.
Do you have your own mother garden from where you get the science?
Yes, we planted, before we started this project, we first planted the mother garden where we harvest our science. We have very well established orchard or macadamia farm where we go, we harvest our science. Even when they are not enough for us, we have some farmers whom we supported and planted. We go there, we harvest the science.
For farmers out there, what should they look out for as they try to identify a good quality macadamia seedlings? Because these days there are so many people that are coming out as macadamia, nursery operators.
For the farmer out there, before you buy macadamia seedling, these are the qualities you should first look for. First, macadamia seedling should be grafted. Yes, it should be grafted to a height at least 30 centimeters. Even if mine is somehow short, but it is at least at half. Yes, it should have a well-developed grafting union, because some seedlings may find that they are grafted at the union there. It's another this part open, this part closed. It should be uniform, fully closed. Yes, it should have at least a developed shoot of at least 30 centimeters above. Then the potting bag should be somehow big to accommodate some soil to feed that seedling within that long period of time of 2.5 years, and with a very good established rooting system.
I see here that you have many nurseries. I think
Yes.
because of the processes you're talking about.
Yes, sir.
What is the capacity of Royal Plant Nurseries in terms of seedling production?
Thank you. Now, for us here, within a season, we raise at least 50,000 seedlings of macadamia. Therefore, but it depends on the farmers' capacity, all the farmers' demand. They are the farmers who give us that the numbers we produce. But for us here, in most cases, we produce between 50,000 to 75 100,000 seedlings
per season.
Per season.
Meaning you go up to around 100 to 140.
We do.
In a year.
Yes, we do. Depends on demand.
So now the farmer comes and gets his seedlings from here. How would you advise them to prepare the hole in order to, you know, plant this this seedling? Is it also affected by, for instance, root rot?
Yes. Now, before you take your seedling for planting, there are things you must first look for. First, the land. You must first look for the land, which is, you know, macadamia needs well-drained, fertile soils. You get your land not in swampy areas, let it be somehow well-drained. Yes, you spot your land, you slash your land, you plow it. You plow it at least 100 centimeters below, as this will help you even to reduce on the size of the pit you have to make. Then, after you've plowed your land, you take your time, or you decide on the spacing you want to use. In macadamia, we have different spacings we use. More especially, before you choose, you need to first know, are you going to plant your macadamia in pure stands, or are you going to intercrop with the other tree varieties, or even other plants? First, if you're going to plant your macadamia in pure stands, I advise you, a farmer outside there, you take a spacing of 7.5 meters by 7.5 meters from plant to plant. Make a hole of at least 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet. Get one basin, one full basin of well decomposed farmyard. Even if you get these organically prepared manures, it's better not to use the other inorganic ones. I'm not against the inorganic ones, but it's better we use these ones which can provide the nutrients for somehow long, because for macadamia you need to take at least 1 year before you add the inorganics. Therefore, if you use the organic ones, they can push to that time.
Yes.
You mix with the topsoil, you put back the mixture to the within the hole, then you get your seedlings of the other qualities I told you at first. You plant your macadamia. If you're planting in, say you want to include some coffee or banana, you use a spacing of at least 10 meters by 10 meters, 10 meters by 10 meters from plant to plant. Yes.
So it means macadamia can easily be intercropped with other crops, say coffee and so forth.
It's very true. For macadamia, you can intercrop with others. Even at early stages, you can put your, say, like legumes, those food crops, you can intercrop them there.
Thank you.
Yes.
What are some of the agronomic practices required if one is to have a healthy macadamia orchard?
For one to have a healthy macadamia orchard, one, weed control. Make sure that they should be below your plant. Regular weed control should be considered first. Then pest control. These macadamia, they're also affected by pests, say like caterpillars. These crickets, they also destroy, more especially at early stages. The new shoots, they destroy them. Therefore, a farmer should be able to spot them out, spray them as one of the control measures for those pests. They also, even diseases, whereby at early stages we experience most fungal infections. Therefore, farmer outside there should be able at least to spray against these fungal infections.
How long does it take for a macadamia tree to start bearing nuts?
It takes between 4 to 5 years. You'll start harvesting some nuts.
Okay. Before that process, do you recommend, say, trimming the tree or pruning as a way of either increasing on the branching?
When you plant your macadamia and it reaches like 1 meter above, it has not given you any branch, or it's not branching, I recommend a farmer there to get a secateur, a pruning scissor. You top your macadamia at 1 meter above the ground level. It will give you more said branches. Now on those said branches, you just select like 4 branches, 4 to 5 branches. The major branch which goes upright, even the said branches in different directions. Yes, it will grow after, like, at the second year after you've planted, You will need also to come and check on the branches. If they are not giving said branches, you again keep on pruning them. You just count like you calculate or you measure like 30 centimeters from the tree from the tree. If it's not giving you the branches, you trim. But after trimming or pruning, you use white paint, you mix it with Ridomil Gold. You trim or you prune, you add to prevent say germs and other whatever to enter that wound.
So you use water-based paint with Ridomil?
With Ridomil Gold.
Okay.
Yes. Can be other fungicides, but the strong fungicides. Say and the best example is Ridomil Gold.
So how is the harvesting done for macadamia?
Normally for macadamia, we just pick from down. We just make sure that you slash your orchard, should be weed free. Then the ready one will just fall down. You pick it. However much, the others which will fall due to, say, nutrient imbalance within the soil or the diseases even, but in most cases, which brings about that is nutrient imbalance, even the weather, can be wind. But with a ready macadamia, we pick them from down. We don't shake or we pick from up. You wait for them, they fall down, you pick. Then after picking, you dehusk, you remove that outer fibrous coat, you remove it, then you take your initial macadamia for storage.
So when you say that they fall down by themselves, meaning a farmer must have to go and just pick, not climbing the tree or shaking the tree. Yes. How long does it take for the whole fruits, to drop down, before you expect another, round of harvesting after some maybe month?
After flowering, they will take like 31 weeks. That is the process from flowering to harvesting. Your macadamia will flower. Say that flowering process starts from August to September. Then those remaining months, they be developing, whereby we expect with one flower, it will give you like 40 to 50 flowers, whereby those flowers you will get like 4 to 15 nutlets, which will further to nuts. When they are ready, they will just fall down within that period of time.
Looking at the macadamia trees around here in your mother garden,
yes,
I notice different kind of varieties. Why do you have a number of first of all, what varieties are these, and why is it important to have all the three together?
In macadamia, we have 4 varieties. We have Kirinyanga 15, normally abbreviated as KRG 15. We have Muranga 20, which is normally abbreviated as MRG 20. We have Kiambu or Kembu 3, is normally abbreviated as KEB. Then we have Embu 1. But due to some climatic changes and whatever, we came out with the 3 varieties which do well in Uganda. That is Muranga, Kiambu, and Kirinyanga. Yes, now these are the varieties that we normally graft at our company here, RPN. We graft 3 varieties, and therefore these are the ones we planted. For a farm outside there, it's not good to plant only one cultivar. Say like, most farmers like, say like one variety. One will tell you, I want this variety, I want the other variety, but it's not good. At least you need to include all of them for cross-pollination. Yes.
Okay, and in terms of yielding, do they yield the same, all the 3 varieties, or they vary?
The yielding varies. Say there is the Muranga 20 produces throughout the whole year. Even others they do, but they have different peaks. But for Muranga 20.
So what about the market? How is the market for macadamia in Uganda?
The market for macadamia is very ready, as even us, we still look for these nuts for planting. And we have other farmers who usually supply to us, but the market is very ready, whereby we have our other companies which process. Yes, even those people in China, they process, but they are not getting these nuts. Therefore, for a farm outside there planting, be sure of the market. If the price goes down, can't go below 5,000 shillings.
5,000 shillings is the minimum. And the maximum normally goes to how much?
Can reach like 8,000.
8,000.
Yes.
Thank you. This is very informative.
Yes.
For members watching you out there, what is your message to them?
Members, you plant macadamia, you can't plant macadamia and regret. Macadamia is a profitable project. You put less, you earn more. As you've seen, one tree can give even more than what you input. There are 4 farmers outside there. You plant macadamia. Macadamia is so profitable.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this informative,
Yes,
interview.
Yes.
Members out there, as I told you, are all the way in Chenjojo. Please feel free, if you find this information very helpful to you, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, and then there we shall know that at least these journeys we are making sense, and we shall keep on getting additional information on the same value chain, but also the other value chains that are demanded by people out there, so that we can keep on, journeying together. For the returning subscribers, the regulars, we are so grateful for your continued support. We look forward to work together. Thank you very much.